Hello everyone, Publisher's Pat here, or just Pat. Today we're checking out Mr. Nihilist's latest video, Clown List, Clown World 3. So this should be very interesting, obviously. You're just going to tell by Clown List is referencing to Jeffrey Epstein. You can probably see on the screen here. Given how the clown world has been kind of, I guess, ramping up a little bit, I can't wait to see what Mr. Nihilist has cooked up. You can read the disclaimer, but I'm still going to read out loud anyway. So, disclaimer. This is a satirical parody with exaggerated cartoon AI animation and angry musical lyrics. It draws from publicly reported events, documents, and allegations related to the Jeffrey Epstein case, but everything is heavily exaggerated, distorted, and presented as hyperbolic opinion and dark humor for commentary and entertainment. Nothing here is a literal, factual accusation, proven claim, or investigative report. Names, scenarios, the clown list, and lines about suicide or shots in the back are satirical exaggeration and should not be taken as stating actual facts or proving wrongdoing. Many referenced matters involve civil settlements without admissions of liability or unproven allegations. This is protected expressive speech made solely for entertainment, not journalism. So this is really just for fun. You have to get a disclaimer out because it's such a very hot button issue. And as always, we're going to comment as we go. If we need to remind, we will do so. Yes, sometimes. All right. With that out of the way, let's get started.
Disclaimer, this is a satirical parody. Nothing here is
Oh, cheese and rice. He's actually reading it out loud. You're getting the reading twice.
a literal factual accusation, proven claim, or investigative report, and should not be taken as stating actual facts or proving wrongdoing, not journalism.
Nothing's done about the Epstein list, so we're building our own fucking list.
Okay. One thing is very interesting because I was able to pick up on the previous Clown World part 2. It had a very Rage Against the Machine inspiration. I'm going to see if I can pick up what was the inspiration for this one.
Clown list, who kept the monster rolling while the girls got missed.
Okay, yeah, that's heartbreaking. But that is actually a very good visual there. Go back here.
They're rolling while the girls got missed.
Yep. The girls, the victims, are being overshadowed.
Clown list, power, money, silence, time to resist. I love being
Okay, I need to get slime, but it's like, I love being alive. I'd never kill myself. Just that grin, just that, I don't know, it kind of reminds me of the you either crumble in despair or you just laugh at the insanity.
alive. I never kill myself.
Ah, pupper.
Especially not with several shots in the back. Les Wexner handed Epstein the keys. Victoria's Secret king, power of attorney sign. Let him run everything. Money flowed through JP Morgan. Over $1 billion wired. Thousands of transactions. Ignore the red flags fired.
Ugh, that's a sight. But yeah, it is so weird. Just and there's another meme I saw was your normie friend realizing that elite pedophiles run the world. You realizing that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Bank jumped in, pasted in that million to settle the heat. Kept the accounts open, ignored the traffic and beat. Even post-conviction, cash never stopped. Others get their bank accounts instantly dropped. Clown list, who kept the machine alive after the kids got missed. I love being alive, I never kill myself.
So Mr. Nihilist did post this in as a post on YouTube when he said he was gonna go back to streaming and he was gonna live watch this with his audience. One thing interesting, given the fact is that this Nihilist is wearing obviously a bikini bottom. I'm assuming it's a bikini bottom. I know Goddess Nesca, when she was watching the React, to the previous Clown World, she knows, hey, is one of the versions of Nailith a feminine version, a female version? And I'm thinking that's what's going on as well. Either way, I think he's just jumping to the end and just rule 63 himself. Just get it out of the way.
Especially not with several shots in the back.
Okay, seriously, I'm gonna go back to that because Mr. Nihilist's ability to just wrangle the AI to have such really good movement, animation, and it's just forget about the visual, how great visual we've seen so far, but look at the mood on this. So it's bad enough when people think, well, there wasn't a conviction yet, so it was just accusations. But then post convictions, like it was proven, and people were still making deals with Epstein. It's just like I forgot what comic because I want to say it was Spider-Man when he was talking about Kingpin. It's like, why would someone record their crimes? And the answer was because they know they'll get away with it.
Media lab news, stay silent, no rebuttal. Have her grab 9 million before the plea deal landed. Let him visit campus, kept the doors open-handed. They whispered Voldemort, hid his name in the halls while he pitched eugenics to scientists and all. Jake Summers' church pulled into the web so deep, university's bound for that dirty elite crime. Other less important matters get settled, others less offensive getting canceled. Sweetheart deal, heard intelligence whispered low. Let the predator walk, victim silence, no show. Prince Andrew shared secret, Borak hit the island ground. Clinton flew Tanny 6 times, Lolita Express around. Gage Smith does his post 08, Summers texted through.
I think that's a reference to hang on. I could be wrong, but this might be a reference to the fact that supposedly Bill Gates got, I think it was either chlamydia or some venereal disease, and he was afraid he'd pass it on to his wife and was trying to sneak in either antivirals into her food.
Summers texted through the night. I stay locked tight. No cut, no fight. Epstein bragged at 15 to Wolf. I hold the knife on Trump, pushing hard to get him that political bond. They all went to the island reportedly. They all sharing his bed allegedly. Maria Farmer called FBI in 96, abuse nude kid pics, filed a report, then buried it, no quick fix. Normal tips get raised, but this one sat for years.
Yeah. Even tips that are not even I won't say viable or really feasible tips, they get looked into, but these tips, no.
Let him keep running while the victim shed tears. I've got to cut the deal, not prosecute.
And this is actually really heartbreaking, this part here.
Let him keep running.
We can shed tears. Like, how many of the poor victims, opted for self-checkout because nothing was being done. Like, and in some cases, they were being attacked and called liars or exaggerating, or the now more recent term being passed around, clout chasing or whatever. Like, you suffered, but the people that are supposed to be helping you and looking out for you don't care.
While the victim shed tears, I've got to cut the deal, not prosecution for the feds. 13 months served, work release instead. Regular traffickers split, no shield all the way. But Epstein protected, dragged out all the way.
This is kind of funny. It kind of reminds me of I forgot what comedian said it. I want to say it was George Carlin. It was Spencer Carlin, and he said that talking about how that imposing the death penalty on drug dealers is not going to be as much of a deterrent as they think it's going to be, because drug dealers are killing each other daily, so that's not as big of a threat. He said, you start applying the death penalty to the bankers that are funding the drug dealing, and you'll see an impact. Kind of same thing here. The traffickers are getting shut down, but the ones that are funding it, the ones that are sort of not only funding it, but through infrastructure are allowing it to happen and protecting them, they get off. They get what effectively is a slap on the wrist if they get a punish at all.
Why'd the feds keep him breathing so long? 30 years back, he could have been gone! Greedy clowns turned blind, kept the network alive and lived! No full client list, no tapes, just elite escape kits! But the files scream true, billions moved, donations failed! Victims ignored since 96. Now justice unfair! Cloudless, cloudless. What's the JP Marriott, Garcia, Martina, Costa, behind cloudless, cloudless. Clad flights, gates, speech for is a tag use best. I love being alone.
Okay,
Never kill myself.
had an internet issue there for a second.
Especially now with several shots in the back. Every day they funded for watch or looked away. Slap 'em on the list, do it today. Nothing was done about the Epstein list, so we made our own investigate.
So this is kind of interesting. Investigate it. This goes back to another video from another great content creator, Mr. Gweniverse. He did a video that is called "You Go and Learn Today," based on the Minnesota fraud scheme that was sort of pushed forward by Mr. Nick Shirley. And I love that this here. Go back to here. Just back to the line here. Investigate that now that it's sort of inspiring and pushing everyday people to investigate on their own, because the media has proven to be so untrustworthy. Again, this guy goes back to Mr. Nad's previous video about the media, that you can't trust them. The trust is so damaged, so scarred that you just cannot trust them anymore. So now you have to look for the truth yourself. And it's very interesting how to live out. It kind of reminds me of those two. I think it's a Chinese two Chinese curses that don't sound like curses but actually are. Is it may you get what you want, and may you live in interesting times. That's interesting because if you get what you want, that means you have nothing left to look forward to. Nothing to look for. And if you live in interesting times, well, guess what? The problem with living in interesting times is that at the time, it sucks. And so you always look back on it. It's like, oh, that was interesting. But living through it is not fun. So I want to say we are living in interesting times because horrible things are happening. But I do like to go back to the old Mr. Rogers quote of when dealing with tragedies, always look for the helpers, because there's always people helping. And you have good folks like Mr. Nick Shirley and even content creators that are telling stories and getting messages out that they are helping in their way, which is always a good thing. And it may inspire and push others to go against the established story, the narrative that's being set, and we're seeing is like, no, we're not gonna believe you. We're gonna believe our own eyes. And this is, sorry, another tangent here. It also reminds me of a very, very old quote unquote rule of journalism. And it was what you're supposed to believe is nothing of what you hear, half of what you see, but everything that you write. So I'm definitely interested in how this all plays out. And more than anything else, I really want these poor victims to get their justice. But back to Mr. Nada's awesome video. that was an awesome video. Yeah, Mr. Nylath. I'm not even gonna say that he cooked, because you know what? He's practically a Michelin chef. He's getting to the point of Mr. Skybrows in his skill and imagination. So yeah, he did a phenomenal job. Can't wait to let him know what a great job he did. As always, I'm not even surprised. Which is, I can take it back. I'm not saying I'm not surprised, because that feels disrespectful to Mr. Nylath, because he put in a lot of hard work into this. I definitely appreciate his work. But with that out of the way, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care, and I will see you in the next one. All right? Bye.